Tonight, we have new information from the deadly stabbing at a high school track meet.
Since 5 o'clock, Frisco police released the arrest report that details the moment officers arrived at the scene. The arresting officer writes when he reported he had an alleged suspect. The officer said,
this kid is 5'9", 130. He's a shrimp. And the white kid was 6'1", 220. So, yeah, he had to stab him, man. I'm telling you, yeah. And
that's the angle that they're probably going to play.
Yeah, he's born in Baton Rouge. Oh, yeah, he's from fucking Baton Rouge. But he lives in Frisco now, so he might have been raised in Baton Rouge because Frisco's a very affluent neighborhood.
Arrived at the scene. The arresting officer writes when he reported he had an alleged suspect. The officer said Karmelo Anthony said he did it. According to the arrest report, the tragic event began with the suspect sitting under another
tent. Look, Liberty has their own tent, so this wasn't the only school with their own tent.
Hey, Ak, is there any word on this guy's parents?
Apparently, he comes from a nice home.
Is he adopted or?
No, I mean, like, I gotta go to Facebook for that. Let me just.
Team's tent as rain fell and being told to move.
Oh, so it started raining. Damn, so a brother can't get under the tent. It started raining. Listen, that's going to be another issue.
Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Go to the other side.
Why you going to tell the son to leave? Why you going to tell him to get out while it's raining? They have no humanity. White people don't see us as human. I'm telling you.
According to the arrest report, the tragic event began with the suspect sitting under another team's tent as rain fell and being told to move. A witness told police Anthony immediately opened his bag and reached in, telling the victim, "Touch me and see what happens."
Yeah, I mean, like he did. He opened his bag, put his hand in there and said, "Touch me and see what happens." But he gave the white dude fair warning.
So the other Chinese whispers I heard was that like Austin, because he and Hunter, like I think are massive. They're like 6 something, and this guy's, as he said, a shrimp at 5'3". So he was saying it, I guess, to just the team, their school in general. So that kind of thing, like Austin and his brother came as like the backup, like, no, you have to leave now. So they weren't the first like engagement with this guy. He was already talking to their teammates. So they came in like the latter bit, like, no, like my friends have said, you've got to move now. And then he stabbed Austin, and Hunter said he didn't see it. But
well, let me see the cops part, man. That's just rumors. Let's see what the cops say. What happened?
A witness told police Anthony immediately opened his bag and reached in, telling the victim, "Touch me and see what happens." When the victim pushed him, witnesses say Anthony pulled a knife from the bag and stabbed.
Oh yeah, you pushed him. This is like, what was that white kid thinking, man? I know it's a fight. They should just fight, or this should. Nah, he's already drawn a line in the sand. The black kid's already drawn a line in the sand. Touch me and see what happens.
He's not used to that.
Yeah.
He's used to being, the big kid on campus, and he thought the son would, all right, my bad.
No, he knows sons. He lives in the world. He knows sons are different. He knows that son culture is different. That white kid doesn't think that he's no badass to no black kids. He don't think black kids. If you go to school with black kids, no matter what your status is as a white kid, you know that those sons don't give a flying fuck about whatever status you got.
What's the split of Frisco? What's the ethnic split?
It's a lot of Indians and whites and small population of blacks.
Stabbed Austin Metcalf in the chest. The murder suspect reportedly asked police on the scene if what happened could be considered self-defense.
He was already trying to get his. See what I'm saying? Listen, that's going to be a big, this is going to be a racial firestorm. Because this is not cut and dry. Because you got to remember, when you're a black person, you're going to get all the benefits of the doubt, okay, in this situation. Because this is inconvenient. This is an inconvenient story. So the law, whereas we would normally look at this as the law, like, if it was a white guy that did it, like with George Zimmerman, it was stand your ground, the stand your ground law. But since it's a black guy who did it, it's going to be like, well, what would you think you would do? How would you feel? And,
yeah, they'll find all these excuses. But already it hasn't even been touted as a hate crime. It's just been touted as like just a stabbing. Oh, teenagers stabbing. But they haven't added the hate crime, which I think it should be.
Nah, ain't gonna be no hate crime. He pushed him. Pushed the
Yeah,
kid.
but the push is just like, come on, man, get out. Like that's the push. Like you've already been told, like get out.
The push is you touched me first.
Yeah.
You touched me first. Hey.
Happened could be considered self-defense and asking if the victim was going to be okay. Maria Guerrero takes a closer look at the case.
At least he asked if the victim was going to be okay, man. This is a different.
After asking for himself. that was an afterthought. It's like, oh wait, the guy I just stabbed in the heart. Will he survive? Who's just died in his twin brother's arms? He's an idiot.
I mean, you don't know what you're dealing with, man. You don't know if you're dealing with a murder or assault.
And the grief in Collin County.
Facing 5 to 99 years in prison if convicted, Karmelo Anthony no longer appearing as emotional as he did after being arrested in the stabbing death of 17-year-old Austin Metcalf.
They were twins, identical twins, and his brother was holding.
I wonder what's going to happen when that son team gets a bond, because his family apparently his family could pay a bond, and in Texas we always do all the stories where they always give you a bond in Texas. They always give you a bond, and it's usually a low bond. So this is when I can't wait till the camera see this fucking guy walking out of court, man. That's gonna be hilarious, man. I'm walking out of the courthouse.
Also, this clip annoyed me because
trying to make it stop bleeding.
I was like,
and he died in his brother's arms.
The horrifying scene playing out Wednesday morning during a district track meet with over 100 student athletes participating. Frisco police say Anthony, a Centennial High School student, stabbed Metcalf, a Memorial High School student, during a fight. The victim's family says Anthony was told he was sitting in the wrong spot and that the teens did not know each other. Frisco police and the school district declining to provide new information or interviews. The district also not responding to questions raised by a lot of parents about what kind of security these daytime track meets have and whether student athletes' bags are checked.
Frisco ISD doesn't use metal detectors in the school, so it would be unusual for them to have them at an athletic event of this nature.
Former Dallas ISD Chief of Police Craig Miller says it would also not be unusual for Frisco ISD to have a smaller presence of school resource officers on hand.
When you hear about these cases, you're struck with the tragic circumstances.
Defense attorney Russell Wilson, a former prosecutor, is not involved in this case, but agreed to give insight, including the potential impact of the deadly encounter happening on school grounds.
The prosecution will be saying this is a place where you wouldn't expect an incident like this to happen. And I probably would expect the defense to say that they didn't go to this incident or to this track meet intending for an altercation like this to happen.
Whether words were exchanged may not matter, says Wilson.
Texas law, though, doesn't allow a person to use deadly force in response to verbal provocation alone.